Okay then everyone, another bit of a shoot 'em up special here, and in this section I'll keep it pretty kind of brief, and we'll just discuss what's actually, in the boxes of the releases that I'm going to show you. Another video from the brown couch. It's a bit of a tradition, this one. So this video is primarily shmup related, and I'll show you three games I'm going to show you. I'll get the biggie over and done with first. So there we go. There's it's the PAL Dodonpachi Resurrection release, and it's known as the deluxe edition in the UK. And I picked this up around about Christmas because it was absolutely dirt cheap. Cost about £10, I think, brand new. And as you know, in previous video, I might do a link back to it. We'll have to see. I've actually already got the Japanese limited edition, but the PAL version for a tenner, I can't really kind of fault that really. So that's why I picked it up. And that's the actual, that's the content that's actually in the limited edition. As you'll see, the covers are quite similar. I think the PAL cover, it's got some extra bits in here, but it's very, very, very similar. Has to be said. But Rising Star Games have done a great job with this package yet again, and they've put in the soundtrack as well. And as per usual, lovely full colour artwork with a lot of the original art in there. So there's a bit of a advertisement for Cave Store on the back of there as well. So up to their high standards. Bodes well for the PAL release of Akai Katana as well. So that's the first game. Right, second game I'm going to show you, I've got to say a big thank you to Amidst Storm, because he kind of pointed me in the direction of this. It's actually cheap up on Genki Video Games, and it's a slightly uncommon shoot 'em up. I think Cyanide Breath Mints picked this up recently as well, and it's the Japanese Milestone Shooting Collection. I believe this actually got a US release, and it's just called Shooting Collection or something like that. And basically it's three of Milestone's releases on there, not their entire catalogue, but three of the certainly the best games that they've released. Nice set. It was really cheap actually, a lot cheaper than I've seen it elsewhere. Can't play it at the moment because I've not got a Japanese Wii or a modded Wii, so I've heard it's quite easy to kind of get it region free with a bit of an SD card trick, but I'll get around to that at some point. I'll pick up a Japanese console because they're not ridiculously expensive. So there's the actual registration card thing, the OB card, whatever it's called, and again, quite a nice full colour manual. Nothing too stunning, but there's a few bits of artwork in there. It's quite nice. But I'll go into the games in section 2. So yeah, I quite like the artwork on that one. It's got kind of schematics from ships in there, but nice set. And the last game I'm going to show you today is it's a shoot 'em up for the Saturn, which I've not bought a Saturn shoot 'em up for a long time because there are there are a few that are still worth getting from me because I seem to have picked them all, most of the good ones up. And it's there we go. It's we got Darius Gaiden. I picked this up for the princely sum of £11. Put in a cheeky best offer from an eBay seller, and they actually accepted surprisingly. So including postage and packaging, I think it was around about £14. So that's it's an absolute brilliant price. not a huge fan of the Darius games, but you know, this one looked good. But I'll go into more detail about that. And it's really good condition as well, which I was hoping it would be. And full colour manual. Again, like Saturn manuals, it is quite nice. Not lots of original artwork in there, but you know, doesn't really matter. There's a few bits. So those are 3 games I'm going to talk about today. In section 2, I'll go into a bit more detail. Okay then, you'll have actually seen the contents of these 3 shoot 'em ups in the first section. And this section I'm going to talk about my thoughts about the game, the games. I'll put a video on at the end of this, just kind of like of one of the games. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Darius Gaiden at the moment, because yeah, I quite want to show you some of the gameplay of that. So I'll go through Milestone Shooting Collection first. As I say, I've got no means to play this Japanese game yet, but I will at some point. Really good value for money compilation, this one as well. Dirt cheap if you can pick up the US version. And the 3 games on here, I am a big fan of Chaos Field. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I kind of cut my teeth on this game on the GameCube version on import from the US, and subsequently got on the Dreamcast, and you know, enjoyed it on that as well. Still think the GameCube version is slightly nicer, so that's a welcome addition to this pack. That's a bit kind of bullet hell. Radagy, not a huge fan of Radagy, the original release, until I picked up Radagy Noah Massive on the 360, and cause I just thought the game was quite samey. But playing, you know, the sequel in more depth on the 360, it's a really interesting, quirky little shooter, and the kind of the weapon system on it really intrigues me with the sword, and the kind of like the chaining system on it as well. It's quite addictive once you get into it. So that revised my review. My view of the game's series quite radically. So I'm looking forward to playing this. And then we've got Carouse as well, which I think the translates as Crows, but stylistically it's quite similar to Radagy, but that's where the similarity kind of ends. The weapon system and the power-up system is a bit crazy, as is the scoring, but it looks, you know, it looks stunning. The cell shaded graphics are just really quite beautiful. Out of the 3 games on this pack, I must admit it's not my favourite one, but I still think it's great. But you know, this Wii compilation's fantastic. I like the fact that you can actually, you know, use it with a classic controller, or you can use it with the standard GameCube controller. You're not tied into using the Wiimote, which should never be used to play these games with, really. So you know, being able to control it properly is a big bonus, and the design of the Japanese version is very nice. So you know, at some point I'm going to have to pick up Il Velio as well, which is the other Milestone release that came out on the Wii. But I need to get a solution to that whole import issue. So very welcome addition to the collection anyway. And as I said, it's quite a low print run, the Japanese version. So get it while you can. Next game I'll talk about is Dodonpachi Resurrection. Again, you know, Rising Star should be, you know, applauded for bringing this out, and bringing it out region free as well. So so our American friends can also play this. Brilliant release, lots and lots of attention lavished on it. It could have been a really cheap budget, let's get it out release, but Rising Star Games up to their kind of high standards, thought no, you know, we'll put some nice artwork in there. We'll add the added bonus of the soundtrack as well. It's, you know, it's a great shoot 'em up at the end of it. Just completely and utterly over the top. You can pick it up, you know, for as I've proven, for less than a tenner now, brand new. I'd just go out and buy it, because if you like Dodonpachi, you're gonna love this. And you know, the buzz of seeing this actually out in the shops as well was pretty amazing. I'd never thought I'd see a Cave Dodonpachi game out, you know, out in the UK, in the wild. But yeah, it's not the best Dodonpachi out there, but it's a bloody good one. And last but not least, as I mentioned, the first Saturn game I've bought in a hell of a long time, and it's Darius Gaiden. It's strange that the Japanese version of this is so cheap when the PAL version's starting to command daft prices. It's like all those Saturn releases now, the PAL versions. If you're going for a nice copy, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I've seen sealed copies of the PAL version with the original plastic case with a hanger on, going for, you know, £150 plus. When, you know, you can pick up the lovely Japanese version, and for me, it's by far the best game in the series. Loads and loads of completely nutty mad boss battles. It's just a great shooter, and it's, you know, it's the first one in the series that I really want, you know, I really would play over and over again. It's one of the, I'm just trying to, Darius Burst actually looks very, very good as well, but this has got loads of crazy Saturn zoom effects in it as well, and it's just you know, amazing pace, balls out, no kind of lolly crap. It's a proper shooter, so I do heartily recommend this one, and you can pick it up cheap as I've proven today. So thanks for watching me rant about shoot 'em ups again. There's going to be more on the way. Yeah, definitely going to be more on the way. I'm playing a bit of a Dodonpachi challenge at the moment, high score challenge, and I'm definitely getting really back into my shoot 'em ups. So yes, there should be some more videos. In fact, there will be another 360 pickup as well, video very shortly. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.